Jeremiah Crandall. I think he's here this evening. Yes, he is. All right, JC's back in the house. Good. Very, very good. Jeremiah is a delight to coach. Not only is he a yes sir, no sir guy, I thought that I was maybe talking to my son-in-law who's in the military and be home from Kuwait here in probably about 2 or 3 weeks. But Jeremiah is a yes sir, no sir kind of guy. But Jeremiah wants to get better every opportunity he can. There were times where we would spend extra time on a Monday, or extra time on a Tuesday, or extra time on other days, and getting GSB on the computer, and looking at different plays and different techniques, and what the guy that he's playing against this week does, and things that he did on a Friday night to make himself better. There were times that he stayed after practice to talk about little things in technique-wise to make himself a better football player. And boy, did he become a better football player his senior year. He was a tremendous player for us. You know, offensively, he made some major contributions. Defensively, he was a field corner. And Jeremiah could play on anybody. In that first scrimmage against Glenville, they tested him on the very first play, and he stepped up and did the things that field corners have to do. You're out there on an island, and Jeremiah stood tall with anybody that he played this entire year. He's got a great deal of effort. He gave us a great deal of heart. And like I've always told Jeremiah before, he is the P in physical. He is a physical football player. And he will rip your head off and then kindly say, good game or good luck as he helps you get up off the field. But he is a tremendous worker. He's got a great work ethic. He was a tremendous football player for us this year. And it was just a tremendous experience. Not only working with Jeremiah, but a lot of these seniors and a lot of these guys that are so close together. Jeremiah Crandall. All right, man, if you can kindly take your seats, except I need Jeremiah Crandall and Ryan Askey up here, if I could, please. Let's give these guys a round of applause.
He's good for that.
All right, every coach is assigned a special award to present, and it is my honor to present the award for most valuable defensive back. These two men, Jeremiah Crandall and Ryan Askey, were two of our leaders in the secondary. A secondary that held the opponent to 41% completion ratio when they threw the football. A secondary that allowed 770-some yards for the entire season. A secondary that had 15 interceptions and 22 takeaways, which is a real tribute not only to these two men, but all the other guys that played on the field with them. And we had a lot of guys that had a lot of different interceptions. I think this is the first time in my coaching history that I can remember 3 defensive linemen getting interceptions. I mean, it's incredible. It's incredible. But that's the way Huskies are. You know, that's just the way they are. All right, the first young man that I'd like to talk about is Jeremiah Crandall. And I've said a lot about Jeremiah already. But he was second on the team in great pursuit tackles. He was second on the team in interceptions. But of the interceptions that he had, they both were returned for touchdowns. And that's very, very uncommon. There was one game, I believe we had 3 interceptions on 3 consecutive offensive plays. And I can't remember the game right offhand, it slips my mind, but it was a tremendous effort. But Jeremiah Crandall intercepted the ball and ran it back the other way, which is a tremendous example of his athleticism as well as the athlete and player that he became. He was second on the team in tackles for loss. As a field corner, as a defensive back in the secondary, he was second on the team in tackles for loss. And he had 5 of those. He was involved in 70 total hits, solos and assists, which was 4th on the team. He was tied for 1st on the team with caused fumbles. He's a physical player. He's a speedy player. He's a heady player. He plays with effort. He plays with heart. As an offensive player, he rushed for 1 touchdown, and his rushing average was 12 yards per carry. Tremendous, outstanding football player. Really looking forward to him not only having a successful year in track, but also in college, and finding out about where the road is going to take Jeremiah, because he's the kind of guy that understands that, life is a journey, not a destination. Jeremiah Crandall.